welcome to Tips from the Gardens. My name is Phyllis Brown and I'm here to tell you about the butterfly garden at the Port St. Lucie Botanical Garden. Let me just tell you something funny about a butterfly garden. Everybody has a yard and everybody could have butterflies. You know, they're going to come to your yard if you're growing any kind of plant. But if you want to feed those butterflies, you have to have host-specific plants. So the first one, and one of the best ones, is this beautiful blue passion flower. See the curly stamens? This is a host plant for the Gulf fritillary, which is a lovely orange butterfly, and it sort of has silver spots underneath its wings. And when they come into the garden, they will eat every leaf off of this passion vine. So if you give them a lot of passion vines, they'll eat a lot of leaves, they'll make a lot of chrysalises, and you'll have a lot of beautiful orange butterflies in your garden. So that's really fun. The next host plant that we have in the garden, and it's not open yet, but this is what a milkweed looks like. It's a weed, it's a very simple plant, but when these little buds open up, they'll be yellow and red, and the butterflies love the nectars of them. So especially the monarch butterfly, that will always come to a milkweed and nectar on it, but then it will lay its eggs on the other underside of the leaf. And you might, if you go out in your garden in the morning, you'll see these little tiny white dots, and those are the monarch eggs. And then you will see those monarch caterpillars, which are like yellow and black stripes, and they're beautiful. And when they eat enough, they'll go off and make a chrysalis, and you'll have beautiful monarchs in your garden. This is one of the pipe vines. And the pipe vine, which is in the very front of the botanical garden, in the butterfly garden, the flower is amazing. It's sort of orange and brown plaid, and it's enormous. This is the Giarraffa. And it is such a wow factor that I put it in the front just to wow people when they came in. And this is a host plant for the polydamas butterfly, which is a beautiful black butterfly with yellow triangles along the bottom of its wings. So the other plants that I picked are just nectar plants for bees, for butterflies. They're pentas, a rose color, a lavender, and a deep red. It's just a wonderful Florida plant. It grows here. It takes the heat. It takes the cold, and it just keeps on blooming all the time. This is a blue salvia, just pretty, also nectar. If you just want bushes around your house, this is the firebush. It's a native. It can be a dwarf firebush or a large firebush. They're always flowering. The butterflies love them. The bees love them. They're beautiful. They're orange and yellow. They almost look like a milkweed in flower. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful native plant to have in your garden, just for color, even if you don't want to specifically have a butterfly garden. So that's one of our favorites here. And we do have a lot of firebush in the butterfly garden. If you want to have a butterfly garden, well, you just grow beautiful plants. The butterflies always come to plants to nectar. But if you want to have plants that attract the monarchs and the Gulf fritillaries and the polydamas, then you do have to plant those host-specific plants, and then they'll breed in your garden and make babies and have chrysalises and have beautiful butterflies. So it's up to you to decide how involved you want to be with your garden. But if you come to the botanical garden and if you come to the butterfly garden and look at all the flowers I have here, you will see what you can plant in a Florida garden. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop by the botanical garden, and one of the volunteers will be glad and happy to help you.